I'm so much pleased of it. So at least those that you are running, you are not benefiting from it. Just have it a point that no, there are others that they are benefiting from it. So either you go to my channel to look for it, look at it, then configure it to help you. Okay. If even if you don't understand one or two things. Okay, so extended. We are coming to configure extended today. But yesterday it was standard. Now let's sketch the same thing that we did yesterday. We are going to sketch the same thing. But at this moment, we are not going to use standard, but rather we are going to use what? Extended. So let's sketch. And we can give a different network altogether. That is a ACL extended. So, yesterday we chose a router which is 1841. So choose the same router, 1841. Choose the same router and let it be on BFR1. Then you choose the switch, one side, another side. Make sure that you choose the servers as we did yesterday. Choose the servers. I should have continued what we did yesterday, but I want us to use different configuration altogether because you have to understand one or two things. So let's choose the PCs, another PCs over here. Then a laptop have to be here. The one we will connect to the router. So this one is BFSW1. This one also BFSW2. Yesterday we have BF web server. Then we have BF DNS server. And the last one is going to be BF FTP server. We are going to do the connectivity. Let's do the connectivity together. From PC1 to the switch, fast Ethernet 0/1. Do the same thing to the rest. Okay, so from the switch to the router, you have to choose crossover cable. Then let's provide the IP address. On the left side, 192.168.10.0/24. So this one will be 1. 192.168. The FTP yesterday was 2, 3. The DNS was 2, 1. Then the web was 20 what? 2. Thank you very much. So we have this side also 172.16.0.0/16. Let's do this PC as yesterday we did as what Francis, okay? Francis PC. So today this one we are going to change it to make it Teresa PC with this IP address that is 120. So now we set. This one is going to be our access control list extended. Access control list extended. Yesterday was standard. So today's one is going to be extended. Yesterday on, there was no subnet max, neither the wildcards because we are using the standard. But this morning we have to configure extended by using what? The subnet max and the wildcards. Okay. So that is, but the same access list command, the argument that we've been using. But extended one access list numbers are in range of from 100 to what? 199. Okay. You said? So like what I was saying earlier, extended access lists are in the range from 100 to 199, but in the form of 2000 to 2699, okay, in the real world. So for you to better understand what I just said earlier on, we are coming to configure the access list extended, but you have already sketched. So on our side, you have to configure it by yourself, but you know how to go about it because since yesterday you did the same thing. The configuration there, do it. The only thing I will teach you is the configuration of the extended one. So class, let me just give you an access for you to configure it. And after you have finished, let me know that crossover finished. So shall we continue configuring the extended? Okay, let me. I'm going to do mine the same thing. The default gateway is going to be 127.16.0.1. No DNS over here. We don't have any DNS. Okay, so let's go on. I've given Francis. Now let's go to Teresa's PC. And let's configure that one as well. So 172.16.0.120, 172.16.0.1. Almost well done. Let's name this one BF admin1 lab. Then let's go straight to the router and configure the two interface, both the yellow side and the green side. Type no, then from user mode you type en, tap P, then you enter config, then the host name is BFR1. Line console 0. Let it timeout have to be 0 so that your router will not log out. Then the password, log in and exit. Enable password. Username bf admin. Then a password. You type the password of it. So IP domain name. You type bigfirm.com. Then log in. Log in. Okay, let's clear it then. Log in. We have block 4 on failure. So let's leave the login and later I will configure that on failure, then block 4, set quiet mode active. Okay, so now let's configure the interface. The rest that I configured, you know them already. Yes, so do it. The username, the domain, the user BF admin, the password, the line console. I give the line console a password. Then after that, the domain name BigFirm, IP domain name bigfirm.com. I've already taught you this, so you know them already. I'm just adding to it. So let's configure the FA0/0 on our left side of the yellow. So int FA0/0. Enter and type the IP address 172.16.0.1, 255.255.0.0. Enter and type no shut. Okay. Then type exit. Then enter into the right side of the green. The interface that holds the right side is FA0/1. So int FA0/1 IP address. That's one base, an IP address of 192.168.10.1, and it's right there at the top. So let's give it out. Let's type it. 192.168.10.1. The subnet mask is /24, so 255.255.255.0. Enter the no shut. Press the tab key for the shutdown to appear, then you enter. So now we have configured our yellow side of PC, Francis and Teresa. We've configured our router as well. Now remain our servers that we have to configure them. So let's deal with BF web server first. Just click on it. Yesterday, I posted a video and I did some web browsing. That is the ACL. So the access control list, you see that one ABBA can ping at the same time. When we configure the ACL standard, she couldn't even at all ping anymore. And Francis can ping at the same time also. He can browse. Okay. So we are just want to configure the website as a browser to see whether those users on the yellow side can they browse. Then that is, we'll be using what we call the TCP on the extended. Then we'll be using example of their port. So let's go straight and configure the server, web server. It's 192.168.10.202. 192.168.10.1. 192.168.10.201. The DNS is 201 because that is the one that is going to stand in for our domain. So all servers have to channel their way through the DNS. So let's go to DNS server. Configure that one as well. 192.168.10.201. 192.168.10.1 for the gateway. 192.168.10.201. Yes. I haven't. Yesterday, are you configuring the ACL? I said configure the IP address. Why are you configuring the ACL? Buba, I said set everything. Then I'll teach you the extended. So you started, you're ahead of us. Hey, you're ahead of us. 192.168.10.1, 192.168.10.201. Okay, username. What username? Are you talking about a domain name? A domain name is bigfirm.com. See if I pause then. Okay, so let's continue with the rest of the configuration. Please, let's continue. Now, I want you guys to stand on Teresa and ping all of them here. The servers at the right side. Let's stand on Teresa's PC and let's ping them and see their response. So 192.168.10.202. Let's ping and see. I hope it's responding. Okay, now close it and go to the web browser. 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 Type the IP address of the web browser. We are not supposed to type the IP address, but you remember. So 192.168.10.202. Enter. It's a Cisco packet what? Tracer. So let's go straight to the web browser and configure our HTTP. Okay. I taught you these things already. So let's go there. Double click on the web browser. No, just be on Teresa's PC and ping the web browser. If the pinging goes through, just go to PC, that is a web browser, this one. Go to the web browser and type the web browser IP address, okay, on the PC. Because when you type, you must receive this. But we want to change one or two things here. Let's change one or two things here. I hope you understand. So let's go to the web browser PC. Then go to services. Then click on edit. You know this one already. Yes, let's change this one to be 5. And the blue, we'll change the blue to be red. Then Cisco packet tracer. We have the Cisco packet tracer here. Change the Cisco packet tracer. Cisco packet tracer. Change it to be big firm company limited. You can highlight it. Yeah, Aziz, you are calling me. Any assistance? Yeah, you click on services. Are you weren't around when I taught this? Okay, so click on services, then go straight. You see that when you click on services, you click on this one. This one, you click on this. Click on this. That's the index.html hypertext markup language. Just click on it. I didn't save. I didn't save. So yes, in between, have you seen there is a Cisco packet tracer? This one. There's a Cisco packet tracer. You seen it? I want you to just type Big Firm Company Limited. In between that greater than and less than symbol. Okay? Type it in between. Then we have +2. +2. You want a font size. So change the font size to be 5. Then we have the color. The color over there. Please don't remove the inverters. Let it be there. How it is. Let it be the same thing. Just change the blue. Change the blue. Then put red there. Yes, just put red there. Then we have this place here, welcome to Cisco Packet Tracer. Just change that one also. Cisco Packet Tracer. Just change that one to be Big Firm Company Limited. Big Firm Company Limited. Change that one also. Then click Save. Then choose Yes. Click on Save and choose Yes. So it means that we have changed it. We've changed. We've changed some of the things that the web server is holding, so that when we ping from the other, when we want to browse from the yellow side, Teresa want to browse, at least the web server can give us what? An access of whatever that you have typed inside. It's like you creating a web applications. Have you finished? You save. Just click on Save. The moment you are done, just go to Teresa's PC. Go to the web browser. Go to the web browser. And type the web, there's a BF web server IP address. Type it there. 192.168.10.202. You will see that it has changed. You've seen it. It has changed. But we are not supposed to type the IP address. We're supposed to type domain name. You're supposed to type domain name. You're supposed to type domain name. Musa, do you have yours like mine? Okay. Buba, what about you? You haven't finished. Buba, have you finished configuring it? Teresa, what about you? Kelly? Jeff? Kevin? Okay. Okay, let's go on. Now, we don't want to type the IP address. Okay, so let's go to the DNS server. Go to the DNS server and go to services. Then go straight and click on DNS. Click on DNS. The DNS is already off, so make sure that it have to be on. Then the name here, type this name, BF web server. You type it here, BF web, yes, server. Then type the IP address of that particular website here, 192.168.10.202. Then click on add. You haven't finished. We are going to type this one also. That is a BF DNS server also there. So that is the host name. Okay, so BF DNS server. Then you type the IP address of the domain name also there, 192.168.10.201. Just click on add. Then you type the BF FTP server also. BF FTP server. Then you type the IP address that links to that server, 192.168.10.203. Add that one. Do we have Teresa's PC there? I wish, yes, we don't have. You have, yes. So make sure that you type the Teresa's PC there. Okay, type Teresa's PC there. Teresa hyphen PC. And you type the IP address. It's going to be 172.16.0.120. Add it. Then let's type Francis also. Because of the access list, okay, let's type Francis also. So we have Francis. Francis PC. Then 172.16.0.100. Okay, so well done. Let's go back to Francis PC, either Francis PC or Teresa's PC. Okay, we did the Teresa's PC earlier on. So click on Teresa's PC. Then here, the way you enter the IP address, just clear it and type. I supposed to add a domain. Yes. So let's go back and add a domain. Sorry, I should have added a domain. So the DNS, let's add a domain. Let's add a domain. Okay. So the domain is going to be bigfirm.com. Then it's going to be whose IP address? The DNS IP address. Is it a DNS IP address or the web server IP address? Is it a DNS IP address or the web server's IP address? It's the DNS. Okay. So you have to provide that one to IP address. Are you guys sure? It's the web port. So enter the IP address of the web server. So 192.168.10.202. Add it. You said? It will, if you add, it will add. Yes. No, 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 no. No. It won't overlap. Okay. Yes. So now type bigfirm.com. It said host name what? Unresolved. Do you know the reason? Who can tell me the reason? Host name unresolved. Who can tell me? It won't come because we only entered what? The password of, that is the IP address of what? The DNS, the web server. But the domain itself that have to link to the web server, we didn't put it there. Check. Let's go to the server and check. We only have bigfirm.com. Then we type this particular one. So just click on it and change it to 201. Then click save. Then come back and type bigfirm web. Then you put that website IP address with 202. Okay, then you add. So bigfirm web, that is what you have to type. Bigfirm bfweb we have Big Firm Web. That is it. Big Firm Web. You have no, we don't have Big Firm Web. We have bigfirm.com. We have bigfirm.com. We have BF what? Server. And we have BF web server. You must have what? This is the server name. So this server name comes with what? An IP address. So when you are creating, when we create a web server, after publishing a web server, we went straight to the DNS. If you can remember, after publishing a web server, we went straight to the DNS and create what? A DNS, additional DNS, by creating other hosts. We create a host as a DNS host. So if we are creating flowers, we create flowers under which one? Bigfirm.com. If you can remember, the bigfirm.com is our main word domain. So we creating a web server. We went straight to the IIS to configure a site. So after configuring the site, we went straight to the DNS to configure our website. So inside the DNS, you have to create what we call a DNS host. You have to create a DNS domain name also. So here we have the bigfirm.com. That is the bigfirm.com. Okay. Then we have BF, that is bigfirm.com. We have what? Bigfirm Web. They are two, Bigfirm Web and bigfirm.com. So this Bigfirm Web is under bigfirm.com. Because if you don't have bigfirm.com, because right now it's 192.168.10.201. This one is for the DNS, okay? This one is for the DNS. But this one is for the web server. So for you to call the web server, it means you must have the DNS first. Then the DNS server will call the web server. Are you following it? Do you understand? Without the DNS, you can't create any other word services. Okay? It's like you are inside, your mother came before you were born. So you are inside your mother. And your father was there before you were also what? Born. That is why you bear your father's what? Name. You have your name all right, but why is it that you bear your father's name? Because your father's name was there before you were born. So since since they've given birth to you, you have to bear their name. You see it? So when you mention you are outside, thank you. So right now, our main domain name is what? Bigfirm.com. And now, bigfirm.com, we have a web server called Bigfirm Web. So that Bigfirm Web must be inside bigfirm.com, so that when somebody want to call Bigfirm Web, bigfirm.com will call Bigfirm Web that somebody is calling you. As you understand. So after you are set and done this, let's go. So we have to type Bigfirm Web, bigfirmweb.com. So bigfirmweb.com. It said host name unresolved. Host name unresolved. Okay. Because we are moving from one place to what? Another. Let's configure the access list and see whether that PC can still have what? access. Okay, because right now, if we type the IP address of the web server, it goes through. So what about the website? The website also has to make sure that it goes through. So it's very simple. It's the same thing that we just did. The same thing. The same thing. The same thing. But we are not supposed to type what? IP what? Address. Because right now, you standing here, calling this one, you type this one straight. Meanwhile, there is a master here. So this master, that is why this one is having a DNS what? IP. Look at the BF web server. Let's go inside the BF web server and see. BF server, oh, BF server bears DNS what? IP address. You see, BF server, it bears the DNS IP what? Address. All of them bears the IP address of what? The DNS. So when I go here, I must see it that no, it bears it. So this one is for this one is for this, then this one, the web server itself, it comes with a name. Okay, the web server comes with a name. Then Francis and the rest, the Teresa's PC also is also different what? IP address altogether. Right? So let's see. It seems I've posted this one before. I posted this. Oh, is it? With yes, I think with voice. Posted it. That you can be here and browse the DNS. Because right now our router is the one that is routing. Okay. Okay, so let's configure the access list. Let's configure the access list. Let's configure the access list. Now, go to config, then access list. Bring the question. If you even you know that is 100. 100 is extended. So let's put 100 there. Then bring the question tag. We have permit. So let's put permit. And the question tag again. The question tag over here, we have IP. Can you see IP? Yeah. Yes. So if IP, we can also specify with a protocol. TCP is there. Is that not it? I've specified it with TCP on the board over there, which is transmission control protocol. So we can also specify with a port number. But if we want to type it straight, okay, we want these particular people to go, we want only this not to go, then it means that this place we must have two IP address connected here. Two IP address. Are you following it? Connected to this side with the router connecting to one side, another one connecting to one side. So the router will prevent this IP not to go. It's like this one. Okay, you let's type the IP, type the IP, then bring the question tag. Then bring the question tag. We have what? No, we are not going to type the host. We are not going to type the host, but we will type the IP address. Okay. Now we've already typed permit. Okay, but we are going to deny something. Are you following it? Clear everything. Clear the permit. Then type deny. Type deny. Let me show you. Type deny. Are you done typing? Now type IP. IP. So we are going to deny the whole of 172.16, which means that all these people are going to be denied. But if there is another IP address which is different from 172, we will permit them. But if a whole of IP address like this and we want to deny only one, that is where we will type the host. You don't understand, Buba. Look, let me just explain something on it. Let's continue on. So we have the IP address. So let's type the IP address of that particular. So we are denying. So 172.16.0.0. Then we type the word cows of heat 0.0.255.2.255. 0.0.255. So when you press like this, you have to now specify which network is going. Is this particular people want to browse the website? The website is this one. Okay, you want them to browse this, or you are denying them not to browse 192.168.10.202. So here you have to type the IP address of that one. So 192.168.10.202. Now the subnet mask, because it's going outside, we don't want to tamper with the subnet mask. We don't know whether they have changed their subnet mask, whether they are using, you only know the right now you can ping facebook.com, but do you know that they are using classless? You don't know. So for you to come out from problem is just what? Dot zero, dot zero, dot zero, dot zero. You finish. So it's the system itself that will go through, because this is the blockade of it. Okay? Yes. But you are denying not to go there. So the server's IP. Right now, if I said, look at something, I want to.
Like the same thing, you want them to deny to go to the DNS. So
Thank you.
after typing the IP address of 172, you will add the IP address of DNS.
Thank you. Where you don't want them to. Let me just show you one thing. Okay. Let me show you one thing. Now I want to show you something. When you go to the CMD, you go to CMD. You go to CMD. Right click. Settings. Thank you. You run as an administrator. Okay, let's run the CMD as an administrator. Now, we are going to ping facebook.com. So let's see, ping www.facebook.com. Now, can you see the IP address of facebook.com? Look at it. You see, this is the IP address. So, do you know their subnet mask? Do you know that as well? 157 as the network. 157. But this 35 is their the web server IP address. But we don't know whether they changed their subnet mask classes, whether slash one, whether it's 255 or 255 or whether 255 or 255 or 192. These are the things. So when you put the 0000 there, it says as a default. I hope it's clear. Yes. So let's go straight to this one, then the space, then bring the question tag. You can either enter, it said match packet with given DHCP value. We will come back to that one. So just enter. Just enter. Enter. Which means that we've denied the entire network of 172.16. Are you following it? So if there is another network which is permitted and is there as what? 10, we will permit that one, the whole network to go. And that one also, the server's IP address, you type the same thing that they should get access to that one. And when you enter, so you see that permission of one side, denial of what? Another side. Now, when you finish, you have to enter inside the IP of this one, which is FA0 slash what? Out. But let's enter inside this one. Let's enter inside this one. FA0 slash what? 0. FA0 slash 0. So INT FA0 slash 0. Enter. Then you type the IP access group. Our access group is 100. Then you said in. Okay. You said in. In. Then you exit. But let's try it and see what will happen. Okay, let's go to Teresa's PC. Let's remove this one from there. Then let's go to command prompt. You see? You see what has happened? You see what has happened? Which means any PC you will join here. If you go to Francis, Francis also will be denied. If you bring another PC to it, that one also. So it means that 254 IP address have been what? Denied. So now, we are going to do something right now, okay? This one has its own switch. Are you okay? We are going to deal with the TCP. So on the TCP field, let's see the TCP plus what? IP, TCP slash IP, then the port, okay? So I want you guys to go to drive C, go to drive C, press on Windows E, press on Windows E, then go to drive C, go to drive C, then double click on drive C, double click on drive C, go to Windows, Windows, go to System 32, go to System 32, look for drivers, double click on drivers, then go straight to ETC. Are you there? Can you see services? On ETC, can you see services? Double click on services. Double click on services. Open it with Notepad. Open it with Notepad. Aziz, are you there? Do you have something like this? Now look for 80. 80. You see the 80. Look at the 80. It works with TCP. And it's World Wide Web. You've seen it. So if you said you are creating an access list and you type the TCP there, you have to make sure that you block a port of what? 80. Now, what about if you want to block a port of FTP? This is FTP. FTP, then it means that you have to block a port of what? 21. Are you following it? Uh-huh. So that is what we are coming to do. Previous ones, we have already configured the IP, okay, the permitted IP address. So now it's time for us to configure another one that is going to be on the TCP. So let's be on there. So now let's type the access list. So let's come out from the, then type access list. So you put 100, oh, sorry, you put 100, then you set deny. Then bring the question tag. You see that we have TCP here. You see, yeah, TCP is here, OSP is here, IP is here. We choose IP. We have the EIGRP as well. Okay, you can prevent some not to go based on OSPF and the rest, but we are going to deal with what? The TCP. So type the TCP. Then you press the tab key. We bring the question tag. It's telling us that we should do what? Host. You see the host is there. And we have host. You can just type straight to the host IP address. But let's type the IP address of the source. The source is what? 172. Dot and IP. Dot 16. I type TCP. So .0.0. Then the wildcard 0.0.255.255. Space. Yes, I'm typing the wildcard.
Yeah, but
That's the wildcard. Oh, I entered. Sorry, I entered. So dot 0 space 0.0.0.255.255. Then space.
So, if I understand, if you type TCP, you are not supposed to type IP again. Why?
Because we want to specify a port. Where I showed you, you saw the TCP alongside with the port number. You are blocking a particular protocol. So right now, we don't want that protocol we want to block. Right, we are coming to block. Oh yeah, you can block it. Yeah, you can block it. So now you have to type the destination IP address, which is 192.168.10.202 and 0.0.0.0. Then you set the question tag. When you put the question tag, you say match only the packet on the given port number. You see, look, match only. So you type what? EQ. Match only packets on a given port. Match only packets on a given port. Yeah, you type the EQ, and the question tag. Then bring the question tag. Look at them. We have the FTP, but look at the port numbers. It's 65,535 port. But look at this place. We have FTP, file transfer protocol is 21. We have POP, post office, its own is 110. We have SMTP, that is 25. We have Telnet, which is, yesterday we did only SSH. Remember, SSH, 44. So we have Telnet, which is 23. Then World Wide Web, we have HTTP / what? 80. So either you can type www there. Obviously, you can type www there. You can type www here, www here. You can type this one, www. Or I prefer you guys typing what? 80. Because when you type 80, we know that 80 go alongside with what? HTTP. Okay. And it's www. Okay. So when you do this one and you enter, have you seen this true? This is what we call you have specified a TCP alongside with a port what number. We haven't finished. Oh. Yes, yeah, we haven't finished. There is a number. You know, when you type the access list, we type a number. Now we are going to represent a number with word. That's what we will do it tomorrow. A word. So that brings the curtains for today. Thank you very much for your assistance. And also, let's try our best to learn. Forget not that you are the future leaders. Share, and you can subscribe as well. Thank you. I finish.